I just bought this Dyson vacuum recently and I started getting ads all over Facebook, Instagram, and Gmail about all their other products. So I bought the hairdryer too. What else am I missing? My name is Alan Z, Consumer Smart. Every day, your preferences are being mined by corporations to sell you things that supposedly make your lives richer. By the time that you learn more things does not equal happiness, you just start paying for air, coaching, therapy, meditation, you name it. The consumption never stops. I believe targeted advertisements are to blame. The first time that I want to buy a vacuum, great. It's a win-win situation. Come at me ads, take my money. Because I want the best product on this fucking planet. So I have the windsucker, why not check out the wind blowers? It's the circle of life. You blow the dust around so you can suck it back up. Today we're going to war with targeted advertisements. I'm going to introduce 4 technologies that you can use to protect your data privacy online. Starting with the browser. The websites that you browse are the primary avenue through which advertisers find out about who you are and what you want. Whenever you visit a website, a series of computer scripts execute, some of which are tracking scripts called pixels. These pixels send information about you and the web content that you just browsed to some advertising megacorps. They don't even need to know your name. Once they know your browser, the next time you visit some website with the same browser, they can serve you ads based on what you browsed previously. Before you know it, Facebook, Instagram, Gmail all start blowing up with the same ads. Privacy doesn't have to be complicated, and there are simple solutions to this. You can use a browser that blocks these tracking scripts from executing on websites. I personally recommend a browser called the Brave browser. It's completely open source and built by reputable engineers using the same foundation as the Chrome browser. This means that you can import all your bookmarks and extensions into it. I mean, it's practically the same as Chrome, except it tracks you a lot less. In fact, it's even faster than Chrome, because tracking scripts take time to download and execute. When you block them, your websites load faster. Aside from those sneaky advertisers embedding themselves onto websites to track you, benevolent big tech corporations can also openly track you in the name of providing you better services. The most ubiquitous example is Google search. Even though the Brave browser can block third-party advertisers from knowing what I'm interested in, when you perform a Google search, the search engine needs to know what you typed in order to provide you the results. Theoretically, Google can just take your search, give you the results, and throw the search away. But they don't do that. They save your search, and then thousands of engineers spend their entire careers trying to figure out subtle ways to make money from your data. They make it sound like a win-win scenario by offering you personalized search results. What are personalized search results? They are search results designed to save you time so that you can make a purchase faster. And when you make a purchase, advertisers win, so they can pay Google a cut of your money. But shouldn't you get a cut of that money? Google's service wouldn't be nearly as good if you didn't opt in to give them your data. Instead of paying you for your data, Google makes you spend more money faster to the benefit of the advertisers. I think it is time to stop this nonsense and use DuckDuckGo. I know, I'm also taking a leap of faith here because for the longest time, Google has lived inside my brain as the best search engine out there. But you don't know what you don't try. DuckDuckGo is an objectively better search engine because it serves everyone the same search results no matter who you are. I've been using DuckDuckGo as my default browser for the past month, and to be honest, I haven't noticed much of a difference in quality. You try to be a good human being and not stereotype people before you get to know them. But at the end of the day, there is a clear correlation between where you live and who you are. For a big city boy like myself, they know I have bougie tastes. They know I wouldn't even blink an eye when paying for organic strawberries, or eating at a Michelin star restaurant, or buying tickets to a Broadway show. For the most part, they're right, but that's not all that I am. There are days when I just want to escape to a temple on the mountainside and sip a cup of hot green tea. Where are my green tea advertisements? To quote a friend, tea is basically water, and water is nowhere near as profitable as coffee. So you also need to prevent advertisers from knowing where you are so that it's harder for them to target you. For that, you will need a VPN. A VPN stands for a virtual private network that can be hosted from anywhere. For example, I could be browsing online from my home in LA, but if I'm using a VPN hosted from Portland, then my device will never be linked to LA. One day I could be in San Francisco, the next day I could be in St. Louis, and the day after that I could be in Japan. I'm going to confuse the hell out of advertisers. My dream is to get served Trump ads one day. I know, me, Trump ads. That's when I know I have outwitted the advertiser. There are a ton of VPN services out there. The one I use is called Surfshark VPN. I bought their 2-year plan for $60. That comes out to about $2 per month. It's super fast and they offer locations all across the world. For the longest time, I embraced targeted advertisements for fear of missing out. I want to keep up with the latest trends that are relevant to me. I fell in love with the idea that if I just passively absorb advertisements, then I will forever be a trendsetter. It works to a certain extent. Like for example, when I'm having a conversation with a friend over brunch and he mentions the new Dyson product, I know exactly what he's talking about because I've seen the ad. But when I think about this some more, I realize that I'm paying a rather heavy cost just to pick up on a conversational cue. Having seen a Dyson ad doesn't really make me a trendsetter. Blocking off 30 minutes on my calendar to assertively search up tech trends on DuckDuckGo will make me an infinitely more trendy person than just viewing ads every day. With that in mind, you probably don't have that much to lose if you just try to get rid of online ads altogether. I recommend using tools like AdBlock for the Brave browser and Enroll.me for your promotional emails. You don't need daily advertisements to remind you of what you need to buy, because when you truly need to buy something, you will naturally search for it, and that's the only time when advertisements actually come in handy. Targeted advertisements might seem harmless, but they divert your attention away from a future that you want to a future that advertisers want. Sometimes those futures align. My mom wants a new Dyson fan, and I'm going to dedicate an exclusive block of time to look at ads for her so I can find her the best model. Because I want to make my mom happy, even when she's selling her soul to Dyson. Most other times, your future doesn't align with advertisers. And if you're not mindful of where you place your attention, then you're giving up a part of your dream future to the dream future of mega conglomerates. My name is Alan Z, Consumerist Monk. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and smash the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. This video is not sponsored by Dyson.